Hey guys, it's Tim coming at you with a review of Green Arrow Rebirth number 1, written by Benjamin Percy with art by Otto Schmidt. So after an unsuccessful date with a Republican senator's daughter, Oliver passes by a homeless woman and her son and gives them $100 to help them. But when the $100 gets blown away by the wind, the mother goes to grab it but gets snatched into the sewer by what's referred to as the Underground Men. Later that night, when Oliver's patrolling as the Green Arrow, he sees the same son being pulled by a mysterious cloaked figure. The cloaked figure is Black Canary, who is attempting to help out the kid, who was dirty and cut up after having searched for his mother. Oliver takes Black Canary and the kid back to his apartment in order to clean him up, and this is where Oliver finds out what happened to the mother. Green Arrow and Black Canary return the kid to his father, who lives in the jungle, which is sort of a rundown homeless community that's sort of built like a series of tree houses in Seattle. It's here that Black Canary and Green Arrow find out that people are being snatched up and brought underground in order to be auctioned off. And it's up to the two of them to intervene and save everyone who had been captured. The story is a fairly short and simple done-in-one, but it works as a good reintroduction of Green Arrow for the Rebirth launch. While it doesn't show everything about Green Arrow, like we never see his sister in the story and we don't get a flashback to him on the island learning to survive, we do get lip service to all this stuff and his motivations. Which I feel works better because it helps the story continuously flow forward as opposed to constantly taking detours. And it's honestly just great to see Black Canary and Green Arrow working together again after all this time. Though there are some problems that I do have with how this is portrayed. For one, it seems like their relationship is going in a very rushed direction. In the span of what in story can't be more than a few hours, Black Canary goes from being skeptical and even confrontational of Green Arrow to being accepting of him to seeming to be romantically interested in him, with very little provocation shifting between each of these different feelings. Which not only has the downside of making Black Canary seem like she's all over the map emotionally, but also makes his romance that people have wanted to come back since the New 52 relaunch seem very rushed and unsatisfying, at least for the time being. Though on another note, while Oliver has bits and pieces of his personality sprinkled throughout the story, most of the story seems to just be him stating why he does what he does, who he's protecting, what he doesn't like, and how awesome he is. But since this is a jumping on point and they have to get a lot of information out very quickly, I tend to be more forgiving of this here, since we still have a lot more story with Green Arrow to follow when his actual series starts up. But on the note of why Green Arrow does what he does and who he fights for, I actually give the writing a lot of credit because with this particular subject of homelessness and sort of left-wing issues, there's always the chance that it can come across as needlessly antagonistic or even pretentious, but they actually do a good job of avoiding that and making it seem more built into Green Arrow's character other than a message that the book is trying to get out to you. One final note is that while the art can look fine or even good in certain instances, a lot of it comes across as very scratchy and inconsistent throughout. Overall, I give this issue an 8 out of 10. While it does have problems, it's really nothing that can't be overlooked if you're interested in these characters or where they're going to be going in the future. And it sets out to do and accomplishes what it needs to do. It's a done-in-one story meant to reintroduce Green Arrow as a character, give you where he stands and what his backstory is, but also show you the direction that he's going to go in the new Rebirth launch. However, like I said, while it is great to see Dinah and Oliver working together again, a lot of the elements in this story seem very rushed, and while you can see that as being sort of what they set up in the Rebirth launch of them sort of feeling what they used to feel before the 10 years were taken, from a writing perspective it seems very rushed and unsatisfying. But it does seem like a part of all the setup that they're trying to do in this issue, so I'm not going to take away too much for that. If you're a fan of Green Arrow, I recommend picking up the book, and even if you just want to check out the Rebirth titles, this is a fairly solid one if you're looking for a new series to pick up. But until next time, this has been Tim from the Hybrid Network, signing out.